Good morning, guys. It's Mr. Guire. Hey, glad to see you. Um, as you can tell, I'm back in my ponytail and my work shirt because we got a new refrigerator and I'm having to clean floors and do some handyman work, I guess. And if you've never cleaned under your refrigerator, it's kind of yucky. So ask your mom about that if you haven't done it. But this is Everyday Challenge 7 and it's a little different. But before I get started with that, I want to say a couple of things. First of all, I was so glad to see all your videos yesterday of you guys reading. That was awesome. I hope you're reading a little bit every day. Carve out some time for you to read. And if you think that I have a book that you might want to read, let me know. And I can send Dr. Coombe down to my room to get it, and he can bring it out to your car in the line today for Chromebook pickup. Or I can take it out tomorrow. I'll be at school between 12 and 3, but you've got to send me a message. Don't just show up at the school and block the line. So I know what's coming and I have it ready for you. I've got a couple of new books coming in, and I will be glad to swing by your house and stick them in your mailbox if you want to read them, and I'll be doing little book talks about those as the time goes on. I did just finish One of Us is Next, which is the sequel to One of Us is Lying, and it was really good. I read it in about 2 days. If you're interested in that, I can bring it by your house and drop it off if you've read One of Us is Lying. Second thing is, I loved reading about all your sparks, although I think a few of you might have misunderstood what I was asking for. But that's okay. And I just wanted to know what motivates you and what gets you going. So I loved reading those as well. Today's challenge is a little different. It's a little more ELA related. You knew it was coming. But it's also going to be very, very fun, I think, if you will look at it the way I do, which is that poetry is life. Okay, it describes life, and it describes feelings and emotions that we have, and it's kind of like the inverse of a painting. It's the words that go with that figurative language that make up some kind of an emotion that the poet is trying to provide to the reader. So your challenge for today, challenge number 7, is to go to the Poetry 180 website. And all you have to do is Google Poetry 180 and it'll come up. Poetry 180, a poem a day for high school students. This was a project by then Poet Laureate Billy Collins, and the Poet Laureate is appointed by the Librarian of Congress to be the Poet of the United States for a certain amount of time. And Mr. Collins was the Poet Laureate in 2000, 2001. He's one of my favorite poets. And his project that he used his grant money for was to create this website. And he changes the poems on it, but there's supposed to be a poem on there for every day that high school students are in class. And the thing that I like the most about this website is that it's not all the poetry is not what I call old dead white guys. They're not all Shakespeare and Wordsworth or Emily Dickinson like we've read before. They're all modern poets. So I think you'll like the poems much better. This is a website I use with my college classes, and I think it's good for looking at more modern verse. I'm trying to get the light in the background. Wow, Coach Long has been coaching me in lighting, and I'm still not getting it real well. But anyway, so you read a poem, go out and fill out the Google form that I'm going to put in the Google Classroom. And if you're feeling extra feisty today, read the poem out loud, give it a good interpretation, and upload the video to the Google form. This is the first time I've ever tried that in Google Forms. So if it doesn't work, let me know. It says it'll take up to 10 gigs. That's an awful big file, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. If you have any questions, get on Google Hangouts. I'm there between 11 and 3, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.